Good morning, Brandcliff House. So although now we've spent weeks and many days on lockdown, I'm sure we all still feel a bit like we're in the twilight zone, in limbo, trying to be normal in what is a very abnormal time. There's also this perception that we must all be super productive, we must all work, we must study at 100% capacity and just kind of get on with life. But it's extremely unnerving, to say the least, to be in the midst of this global historical crisis in many ways. It's very weird, it's very difficult to deal with, and it's completely normal to be freaked out by the whole thing. During this time, many of us are now suffering from a bit of anxiety. We feel powerless in the face of the uncertain future that lies ahead. Some of us may be facing some depression, cut off from the places and people that we love. Plenty of us are feeling stress, working, parenting, teaching, and trying to keep it all together day by day. And the economic pressures and emotional trauma are certainly very real for everyone at the moment as well. To make matters worse, during lockdown, the extra time we spend on social media leaves us with nothing but negativity, irritation, information overload, and a lingering inferiority complex from how well everyone seems to be dealing with things. And when it all gets too much for us, when each day gets more overwhelming than the last, what can we do? How do we cope when we are separated from our family, from our friends, and when everything we know is in a state of upheaval? You may be familiar with this metaphor of filling your emotional cup. Now, in this philosophy, when your cup is empty, you become irritable, you get angry, you become exhausted because you've run out of positive energy. Then you become unproductive and you start to suffer from burnout. You even start to drain the cups of those people around you. So to avoid our glass from becoming empty, we need to top it up regularly. We achieve this by doing things that energize us, by keeping us grounded, and things that fill us with positive energy. And even a few minutes here and there may be enough to get us feeling positive and emotionally resilient again. Each one of us has their cup filled by different things, and there's no one-size-fits-all approach. For example, you may feel great after connecting with an old friend, whilst others might find that reading, drawing, maybe painting gives them new inner strength. Could be listening to music that you like, dancing, yoga, preparing food, or playing with your kids. For you, it could be watching a certain show or movie, doing something else that you love. The problem is, in the context of a lockdown, we need to be especially creative and innovative in finding ways to refresh and replenish our emotional energy. The normal activities like walking in the park, jogging, physically having breakfast with a friend are impossible for the moment, so you may have to think outside the box during this time. Other problem is society has conditioned us to feel bad for taking care of ourselves and feel guilty. However, if we don't prioritize our own well-being, then how can we hope to take care of others or be productive and to be a pleasant person to be around? In the busy schedules that we have, we must consciously make time to fill our cups, or else the hours and days will get taken up very quickly by mundane work and study commitments. We need to place more value on our own well-being. Permit yourself some me time to refocus, recenter, and to do that free from any self-imposed guilt. So I encourage you and myself today, spend some time reflecting on our inner selves. What things make us happy? What things give our lives purpose? What makes you feel energized? So think about those small positive activities that you'd like to do if you had the time, and then make the time, and then do those things, even if it's for a few minutes here and there in your busy day. It's a valuable investment in your own well-being. And the metaphor of filling your cup, it's also a great tool to improve your emotional resilience in general, but also during lockdown and beyond lockdown. So I hope you're hanging in there. Thank you very much, and I will see you next week on YouTube.